Alright, hello everybody, welcome back to another brand new video. And I'll say this again, is that I am the second king of Five Nights at Freddy's. And I will say as Merry Christmas to everybody. Merry Christmas. And here's where I can start with a kick, a little bit of Christmas, that Christmas was good. And very good Christmas. Because, to tell you the truth, why of a very good Christmas, why was it a very good Christmas? Well, just to say is this, that Christmas was actually pretty good a little bit in 2025. It was a little decent than I expected, and yeah, it was kind of alright so far since, well, temporarily, it was okay with me so far when, like, Christmas was good so far today. It was alright since, well, I pretty much will be fairly honest with most likely, and some ways around it within Christmas is pretty good and very absolutely, pretty alright so far. That Christmas itself was good. Just to enjoy all the Christmas and presents, and of course got to enjoy the candy cane, which I like usually, and then of course Mike and Ike, which of course I enjoy that too. And at least all I gotta say, folks, ladies and gentlemen, that to be fairly honest too, is I actually am excited to say is this, that, well, in 2026, we may never know what does come around in 2026 and all, but all I gotta say is I'll mention about one video I can definitely get in exactly and probably get it released at some point. Is about mentioning with the live streams, which, yes, it still refers to non plush characters. So that's all I wanted to say, and pretty much top that anyways, that yes, there will be one video. I can probably get that in as soon as possible, so that way it does not hit the first of New Year's. So to top most of everything else in the way, exactly, it'll just be me mentioning about, like, the live stream stuff, which of course I know I'm going to kind of refer to, like, however, with the same two previous updates anyway. Yeah, it's going to kind of sound like that, but it's just going to be into live streams instead, which I know there's like three different confirmations being in there, since of course there's going to be non plush characters anyway, which of course, at least, well, here's the interesting part when there's going to be a hint, about a tip, like a very interesting tip and hint at the same time, is that, by the way, here's the tip how this is going to probably be a bit different on the tip. So the tip is, by the way, however, I'll say is this, with, like, when there's pretty much considered non-plush characters, it probably means it's going to be a one-time thing, only a confirmed one-time thing for our non-plush characters to still do their voices as usual, the same voices as always. And then, of course, well, after when that's already good, then it's still a thumbs up. But again, I'll say is this, is that, well, once the plush characters do return back as usual, that once they do return anyways, this is just like a bit of like an understanding for anybody else to kind of understand what I'm talking about. So here's what I'm saying, is that the fact is that when plush characters do come back, it's going to be a good thing that, yes, they will return back as always, and they, on the other hand, might come back and might finally do videos again. And currently, I will have to do the, what was remained left to be continuation, to be what was left exactly, just to finish what was left off a little bit, and then finally just confirm it front, even though it's a little bit different to say at the least in 2026. But I'll say is this, that once they do come back, I will be happy to finally make videos again for the plush characters once more and forever to continue. That yes, it will stay forever to continue as long as they're going to be back. So here's what I'm going to probably say, is that at least, well, we may never know what happens in 2026. As like I said again, it's going to take some time and take some different ways of time, and just wait and wait until you guys can probably, like, recently watch the previous videos, as you guys can probably wait while waiting for, like, the plush characters to soon likely to come back. So that's all I'm going to say, and that's all I'm going to probably say anyways. Just as into only the FNAF fans to probably know, is that yes, the characters of the plush characters will come back And remember this, by the way, the non-plush characters are only just a one-time thing with reactions only. That way it'll make it a lot more easier and simple. A little bit easy and simple as it kind of goes. So that's all I want to talk about, and that's all I wanted to say. And as of 2026, I will mention this, that yes, a few interesting good things are coming around in 2026. Might be still a good thing, with the fact with the like 3 MET videos remain to still be currently left, is with a Chica, with a Foxy, and with a Golden Freddy, apparently. That yes, these 3 characters apparently, that I'm showing you guys with my fingers, that yes, 3 of the withered animatronics have not been activated since, well, the 2 wizards have only been activated anyways, but the other 3, well, they've not been like actually been activated without a voice box or anything, since, well, it's pretty much been on a hold and a pause of continuation for Wither Chica's voice box to be soon to be activated by one of the engineers to fix that idea, and so probably with Wither Foxy with a Golden Freddy to just have the same way as they always would have, like different voices as usual, just from the previous verse, but the glitches are going to kind of act up a little different with the glitch boxes or anything, just have it like their glitches or something like that. So that's all I'm just going to say, and that's all I'm just going to say as usual, since I will probably say this in fact, that 2026 might still be good, and sometimes it may not. So we just have to see and wait until the plush characters of their versions do ever show up and return again this time. So that's all I want to talk about. And I want to say is that, like, how was your guys' Christmas so far? And I mean, for my Christmas, it was all right. It was pretty good as usual, and it was awesome as heck. So why not? I'm like, why not? So all I gotta say is, ladies and gentlemen, that I hope that you guys in fact enjoyed this video. And yes, one video about live streaming will be still coming along the way. Exactly, will be coming around the way exactly when I'm doing that exactly. It means I'm just coming around the corner, and we'll actually explain about the live stream thing. I'll mention that too with non-plush characters, the same way I'm going to probably say that as well, since technically the full likely of me explaining 2026, however, of what's going to be good and what's going to not be so much about 2026, but time tells, and time always waits, and time tells like any way else, like every time. So, anyways, that's all I gotta say, and that's all I want to point out exactly. In fact, I hope that you guys enjoy this video. And yes, I am yours truly, the second king of Finance at Freddy's, and as usual, voice Foxy, exactly my own versions as well. The voice Foxy, Unwithered Foxy, and maybe soon to be Withered Foxy next. That's coming soon. The voice Withered Foxy apparently, and pretty much more. And of course, other characters I've already voiced as well, but just only my 4th channel, apparently just on my 4th channel, just for only a heads up that I only do so on my 4th channel as anyways. So like to be said as always, thank you guys for watching, and without further ado, and as that being said, I'm going to go right ahead and definitely sign off and just sign out, and I wish you guys a very interesting good Christmas, and of course, the New Year's of 2026, of what's going to come around to be 2026, yep, that's going to soon to be hidden so well, and hopefully I'll be sure in fact to mention about the live stream thing too, with like non-plush characters and yada yada and junk, which is going to be the same thing, but it's going to be a little bit tricky and a little bit different, but I'll at least try to get it in as I can. So we'll see. Anyways, like that being said, see you guys absolutely in the next video. Merry Christmas to all, and Merry Christmas for everybody, and I'll see you guys for the next video, and hopefully you guys were nice, not naughty. So anyways, like that being said, I'm just going to go right ahead and sign off, and I'll see you guys for the next time, as always, in the next video. Signing on out. Later and goodbye. See you guys for the next video.